Sure. Is it even okay to do that in a temple?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could sit down over there, or even on the steps, I'm sure.
Okay.
And welcome back to Tainan, and we are in still the 8th, and we are in Da Tian Hou Gong. This is Mazu, giant Mazu, Heavenly Mother, or so protective mother, Heavenly Mother, or whichever you call it. She is the, as I mentioned before, main deity in the Chinese tree of deities. And here we have is Tina from Denmark. I've just captured her. I have actually just like stalked her a little bit and decided to approach her and ask her for an interview. I think we should sit down. That's oh, those are little benches over there we could use. And I have decided to ask her for a interview, and because I am always very interested in foreigners' approach and viewpoints on the whole religion thing and Taiwanese tree of deities, and also travel abroad. And let me tell us a little bit about yourself, Tina.
Well, I'm 24 years old. I am Danish originally, but I live in Thailand where I work. And now I try and travel a little bit around Asia when I'm off to discover this, because it's just so different from Europe.
Still single?
Yes.
That's what the viewers want to know about. Okay, how long have you been in Taiwan?
I've been in Taiwan 4 days. I arrived from Hong Kong actually, where I was there 4 days as well.
Very hot. I can see you're totally sweating. We could zoom. Yeah, it's totally like burning hot over here. I'm sure you would agree. And how long have you been in Thailand? Is this the first day or second day?
No, it's I'm leaving tomorrow actually. I'm only in Thailand for the day. I took the high-speed train from Taipei this morning.
I took the slow one. I figure I'm on vacation, so I just take as much time as I want. And where are you staying currently? I'm staying in the backpackers hostel. It's called Iris Tower.
Okay.
And it cost me about 400 yuan a day, so it's actually quite nice.
Yeah, I think I'm paying roughly the same. 1 yuan equals, wait, 1 yuan was 1 Hong Kong dollars.
Yeah, it's around
so
that.
It's 40 Hong Kong dollars. This is much cheaper than where I'm staying. But
Yeah. So, tell us about why you were out here and exploring your, interest in temples or religion, and a little bit more.
Well, I was raised Christian, but along the way, I'm agnostic now, which means that I believe in a god, but I just don't like to label it with anything. But since I moved to Thailand, I've become really curious about Buddhism, because Buddhism is not really something you know about in Europe. You know about, the Dalai Lama or something like that. So I just think that temples are such an important part of people's lives here. You know, they come and they pray, and there are all those rituals, which I find really interesting. And it's just, religion here seems to have something comforting, and it's part of everyday life. You know, in Europe, if you go to church or if you go to temple, it's something you do once a week. It's very sacred. You have to dress properly. You have to be quiet. It's kind of very centered on what's right and what's wrong. Here, it feels much more familiar. And the temples are really beautiful. So, I mean, it's, even if you don't believe in anything, it's just a great place to see how the locals behave and to witness art and stuff like that.
Yeah, I always found it carries a lot of local culture and art, and local arts and crafts. And it also carries a lot of histories and different kind of stories. I suppose it's harder for Europeans to know about these hidden stories, but each of these pictures are a story of its own. And for example, over there is Su Wu, and he is captured by the enemy, by the Mongolians, and he will not betray his country. He's actually a diplomat who's captured by the Mongolian enemy, and he will not betray his country. And serve the Mongolians. So the Mongolians forced him to raise herds of goats. He can only return home when male goats give him birth to baby goats. So which is essentially impossible.
Okay, but wait a minute, you don't get all that from the picture, right?
No, I actually know the story.
Okay.
I actually know the story. Historical.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, but if you know the historical background.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's just also the whole symbolics of you know, all these things. It's just, yeah, I cannot even read what's on the walls.
So it actually helps if you know the language and the history. But this is Mazu. If you do you know about the Mazu?
No, I just know the name.
I can tell you a little bit about the history. Mazu is actually daughter of a fisherman, and her father died at sea, did not return home one day, so she actually dived into the ocean and killed herself and vowed that her spirits will protect all fishermen. So she's raised turned and raised into deity status by the heaven, and now she's a protector of all fishermen and all people who dwell by the sea. And so when all the Fujian people immigrated to Taiwan, and she was brought over because Taiwan is an island and surrounded by sea, so she's now a main deity and now a protective heavenly mother type of figure. So it's kind of like Mary Magdalene or something like that, kind of like the Mary of Taiwan of some sort. So she is the protector. She's like the biggest deity around, I think, the most important.
All right.
Yeah, I suppose if you have a language barrier, it's harder to understand, but you could always look at it through the arts and religion kind of point of view. But
no, definitely. I mean, you know, whenever you're in front of a picture, it's also mind-opening because you're not constrained by all the things that you know or don't know or understand or not. So it's just, I think it also works a lot with imagination, you know. So.
So, any other places you will going to visit today?
I don't know yet. I have the constraint of time, so I'm following the map.
So,
but we'll see.
How about last question? If you were to see another foreigners like yourself, and anything you want to tell them and warn them about, or tell them good thing or bad thing you want to tell them about, and a little bit of advice for traveler from Europe.
Well, so far I found that Taiwanese people are just so helpful, and they're always really willing to help out. And when I'm just standing on the street with my map, they all come up to you and they ask if you want to help or something. So it's really nice. So it's really, really nice people here, and it's just the country is mind blowing. There's so many different landscapes and everything. So I'm really impressed so far.
So last words. Shout out to friends and whatnot. I'm putting this on YouTube, so you can always tell people.
Okay, I'll try to give a fake name after that. Well, I mean, they say Taiwan, touch your heart. I think it's true.
All right, here you have Tina from Denmark, and I hope you have a good day for the rest of your travels. And I'm running out of battery for this thing, so I have to change the battery. And that's it. We're here at Tainan Temple, Heavenly Mother Temple, Da Tian Ho Gong. And here you have Tina.
Bye.
Bye.